acceding to this statute after the deposit of the 60th instrument of ratification, acceptance, approval, or accession, the statute shall enter into force on the first day of the month after the 60th day following the deposit by such state of its instrument of ratification.
The international community. The state of Palestine will be continuing the recognition of the international community as an independent Palestinian state, even if it was on documents or on papers, as they said, but it is something that is upgrading the legal position of the state of Palestine in the records of the international UN, which means that the state of Palestine legally is making a progress in accordance to law. Why are we doing this? Because there is no way to have achieving any kind of peace agreement between Palestine and the government of Israel, which is going so much fundamentalism into the right way, to the right in the political map. So such an Israeli government cannot take any step towards improving the situation regarding peacemaking in the region. This pushed the Palestinian government to go forward the international community to complain that we are not having any fruits from the peace process that started since more than 20 years because of the Israeli fundamentalism and because of the Israeli government that is taking the Israeli and the region, the peoples of the region, towards not having peace on the ground. Palestine is looking forward to be independent and to be realized over the real maps, political, geographical, in all means to be something very lighting and showing on the ground, as we said, as a reality. But the Israelis are not giving this chance. So our passage, we are forced to go to this passage to see that we are improving our position, even legally, in the international community.
Right. Ambassador Hazem, okay, you are, or you bid for the RCC.
That's right.
Yes. And of course, you were accepted. Here, it says that it is for each state, and I'm quoting, this is the 126th article of the ICC. It says, for each state ratifying, accepting, approving, or accessing to this statute after the deposit of the 60th instrument of ratification, acceptance, and approval, or accession, the statute shall enter into force. Now, that say a state, while the United Nations Security Council rejected even your proposal to bid for an independent state. It did not really reject it because of anything, but because the 9 votes were not garnered. Let me here take it step by step. The ICC move. How will this help you in the Palestinian cause itself? I mean, how will this move help you to recognize Palestinian as an independent state?
Let me first correct the information that were flowing through your words. First, the resolution did not reject in the Security Council. The American administration voted with veto against the Palestinian resolution.
No, again, no, sir, because this was exactly what was said in the whole international media. So would you please repeat what you're saying here?
Again, I'm saying that it wasn't adopted by the international community because of the American veto against the Palestinian demand. One. Number two, because of the American pressure that was practiced against some countries, we are talking about Nigeria and others, that they withdrew their support to the Palestinian resolution, which meant on the reality not having 9 voices in the Security Council that support the Palestinian resolution. Nigeria did declare loudly that they are under huge pressure, so they are changing their position from supporting the Palestinian demand into refusing. So it means that no 9 voices were adopting.
Yes, and that means that the United States didn't even have to veto the resolution, since it was not accepted in the first place.
Madam,
they mobilized for...
Let me clarify, Madam. The spokesman of the UN Secretary, of the U.S. Secretary, Foreign Secretary, did declare a few days before going to the Security Council that they have...
will veto.
I'm quoting. She said that we don't have any reason to support the Palestinian resolution. So they declared previously that they will use veto, which means that they are going to use the veto against the Palestinian demand. This is number one.
Yes.
Number two, even that there were no 9 voices after the Nigeria pull off the supporting the of the Palestinian resolution, either that the U.S. ambassador to the UN did veto against the Palestinian resolution. So it means that they are insisting as a position, a political position, to not to have such a resolution to be adopted by the UN Security Council.
Yes.
This means...
If I just ask you...
Please.
Were you very much surprised, sir? This is the 42nd times that the United States do such an action since 1972. So it did not take you by surprise anyway, right?
No. Of course, we are not surprised, and we were aware of that they are going to use the veto, although that we insisted to go to the UN Security Council to ask, to demand our rights of being independent and to be equal as any other people or country all over the world. Palestinians are fighting for their freedom since decades. Since decades, the Palestinian people is under the Israeli occupation by force, and we are facing death, demolition, aggression, every kind of discrimination against the Palestinian people, while the international community did nothing can be realized. So we are, again, I'm using the word, we are forced to go to the international community asking for our rights. And we will never stop that. I heard some voices, respectable voices, that they are saying that we don't know why did the Palestinians go to the international community while they know that they will be refused. Please.
Let me take here the questions raised by many parties here. Now, we all know that Israel is in fact the world's top violator to